Hey guys, I'm Dee.
And I'm Vee.
Welcome to Debt Busting Fams, where you are going to join us on our journey of building sustainable health and wealth
with you.
Yay!
Yay!
Doing it all together. Dang. I forgot what we were doing. So for today's video, we are going to talk about 6 things. This is sign language. What do normal people do? Like, I don't know.
Six things.
Six things that kept us from starting our journey, our debt busting journey, and how we move past it.
Yes. So, let's get started. Number 1. One thing that stopped me, right? Number 1 is this mentality of it's too late. I should have jumped that ship 20 years ago or 10 years ago. If I had saved 10 years ago, I'd be a millionaire by now. Like that kind of thinking. And so it just kind of like demoralizes you from starting today, right? And so something that I have done to overcome this kind of thinking that we've done is to start thinking of developing a new mantra, like some beats none.
And she says that a lot.
Yes, I do. Because it's so true. It's so helpful. Especially if you have like a perfectionist mindset sometimes. You get into your own head. You're thinking it's too late. Like, oh, I can never get there. It's too late. No. Some beats none. Something will always, always be better than nothing. And it's better late than never. So you just have to like shift that mentality of I'm going to do this step by step. It's never too late until I'm dead or even after that.
Depending on your beliefs.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
One of the things that kept me from not getting on my journey was I really thought like a dab will do ya. And then I learned that no, it really won't. Because a majority of my debt came from student loans. So I'm like, well, they only told me to pay X amount, so I'm going to just pay X amount. And then you look up a few years later, and you're like, wow, why is it like growing? Like, what just happened? Because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, right? You know, so because I really thought a dab will do ya. But the way to overcome that is with intentionality, maximizing your effort. Don't do minimum balances. It's a lie. And that's one thing that helped me overcome it.
Right. Definitely. Staying on top of things, being intentional. So another thing, number 3, is that there's this fear of being judged by our family or friends.
Or both.
Right. And this can be like, for example, for myself, when I was younger, I just graduated high school and I was trying to save money. I didn't know how to make a budget. I didn't really know about debt. I was trying to save money. I thought that was a good idea. And then my grandfather asked me if he could borrow money. And it was basically all that I had saved. And so I didn't really know how to set boundaries. I didn't know how to say no. And
did you give it to him?
I did.
I don't know the story.
I didn't know what to tell him. I felt bad.
Yeah.
So I was like, here you go.
Take everything.
And from then on, it was so hard to save.
Yeah.
Because I always thought someone's going to ask for it. I don't know. It was hard to put myself first after that. And I think we have this fear of like telling our family and our friends we're trying to save. Somehow it's not going to work out. They're going to say things or ask to borrow money because they know we have some, all these different things. And I think the way to overcome these kind of fears and problems is through getting counseling, learning to say no, to set boundaries, and you can practice with friends that have the same beliefs as you, the same
like-minded
goals.
people.
Right, like when I'm with Daphne and I'm like, hey Daphne, I can't order like a lot of food right now because I'm on a budget. I'm gonna get like the budget meal.
I always want to eat, guys. I'm always trying to eat.
I mean, I do too, but I just can't like buy the whole menu.
I want a whole meal. I want an appetizer.
I can't buy the whole menu.
I want my entree. You want a split dessert? Like, that's how I roll.
And that's fine. That's okay. But we have the same goal. She
Yeah.
understands. She gets me.
Yeah.
And I can kind of practice with her, learning to just, speak my truth.
Yeah.
And she supports it. It makes it easier to do that with other people who may not know what's going on with you.
Yeah. And the fourth thing, another reason that helped to keep me from my debt busting journey is a false sense of security. Because I don't know about you guys, but for me, I felt like if I have X amount in my checking, X amount in my savings, I'm good. So if I start seeing those zeros in there, I start feeling like, oh, I have money and it's fine. So debtschmidt, that thing's gonna always be there. I didn't really realize about the power of compounding interest in time.
Oh my goodness.
When I first took out these student loans. So I really felt like, okay, well, I'm just going to focus on building up my savings account and retirement and checking, and that's how I'm going to do it. And a way to overcome that is by just facing reality. Like, really look at your numbers, and once you get a better understanding of what you owe, who you owe, it's going to be easier and better to move forward, because then you can develop a plan to help you reach that.
Right. And if you really want to see how fast debt can grow, go get a toll. Go get a toll bill.
If you're in Texas,
and pay it late and watch $3 grow to 15 like that. It's, oh my gosh. Anyways, okay.
Yeah.
So number 5 is the Last Supper mentality. And this mentality that stopped me lots of times, is this idea of making an idea big, so huge in our head. Like, I'm going to make a budget. I'm going to get out of debt. Okay, I need to do this, right? My life is a wreck. I need to do this. But a budget's going to mean restriction. A budget's going to mean I can't buy my food anymore. It's going to mean I can't do all these fun things anymore. My life is going to be ruined. So I'm going to start Monday. I'm going to splurge today.
Up until Monday.
I'm going to splurge. I'm going to get everything, buy all the things, right? And then Monday comes and we're like, I can't look. I can't see what I did. No, I don't want to. And then so it just creates this guilt cycle, right? Of like
binging and purging on spending.
Right. And really the best way to overcome this is to rethink what a budget is. It's not this massive restriction where you have to splurge and then save. No, it's getting control of your finances. It's finding the things that matter most to you. And sure, you want to spend money on the fun things. That's awesome. We do.
Yeah.
We do it smarter. We figure things out so it works for us.
Just more strategic now.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're in control of it. We decide what we want to do with it.
And it makes it more fun, because then you have a better idea of like where you are financially now and where you will be at the end of this month, at the end of this year. And of course, we're going to get like more into that later. Our sixth reason is focusing on the home run. This one actually isn't mine. This one is from my husband. He's like so focused on the home run. He's like, we don't have to worry about debt. You don't get out of debt. What you do is you really grow your investments, and then use your investments, and then you can just like wipe out the debt if you so choose, because that's not that bad, right? And that is a thought. That's one way to think about this. But one of the things that I tell him is like, it doesn't have to be like a home run, right? So it's kind of like a combination of feeling like it's too late. What can this little bit do? Why give an extra $100? That's not going to make a difference. So you wait for like that big chunk of money, which for the most part, that's not going to come. That's not usually how we get extra money. It doesn't normally come in large chunks like that. So you have to make those plans. And one of the things I tell him is, instead of focusing on the home run, what about rounding the bases? Like, there's nothing wrong with rounding the bases. So that $100 can become $200. That being consistent with your $100 a month, you did over $1,000 extra at the end of the year, as opposed to not doing anything and waiting for the big chunk of money that may or may not come. So that's the sixth thing, is just focusing on the home run and ignoring all the small steps that you could take to get to your goal.
Because while you're waiting, the interest is growing.
Yes. It is.
It's growing.
It's not stopping.
So we got to bust it now. And hopefully these things helped you to see, like, you know what? We all face these fears. We all face things that stop us from getting to our goal, from starting the journey, wherever we are in the journey. You're not alone. Okay, we're with you. Yeah. We get it. We've been there.
Tell us below, like, which one of those 6 things was you? Like, which one resonated with you the most that was keeping you or is keeping you from busting your debt?
Right, or if you have a new one that we didn't talk about here, share that too, and maybe we'll make a video on it later. Yeah. If that's something that we have overcame, and we can offer some help with that. So if you want to see more, make sure to do all the things.
Do all of the things, guys, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Bye. Bye.